Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dad Labs podcast. It's your boy, Dr. Tommy, in the house. Padre Tommy couldn't be here. He's doing dad things. He's at a track meet with his kids. So we're here at South O Brewing in Oceanside, right on Coast Highway here. And we're in the laboratory, man. We got my boy Jack and Kyle in the house.
Cheers.
Well, let's go, man. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for having me, too.
Yeah, thanks for being there.
This is a cool place, brother. I love it. South O Brewing. Look at all these beer here. I got a non-alcoholic beer. Oh, what's up? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Kind of just let us know, how you got here and stuff like that, man.
Well, Kyle's the brains of the operation. He's the one that does really everything. But I came on with South O Brewing Company almost 3 years ago, just after Kyle came on. My business partner, his partner, was retiring, so I was afforded the opportunity to kind of take over half and then bring whatever I could to the table. And it's been 3 years. It's been a ride. It's been a lot of learning for me. It's been a lot of work, for all of us. But we're putting some good product out there and growing the brand and growing the company and making things happen.
And everyone loves good beer, man. And, San Diego is known for the best breweries around. Kyle, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. When did you start? So you're a head brewer here, right?
Yeah, currently, I'm head brewer at South O Brewing.
Okay.
Yeah, started like a lot of brewers in the garage back in the day. Actually started in high school in my parents' garage.
Yeah.
They're both like art teachers, so they thought it was kind of cool. I could brew and, my art expressing myself.
Yeah.
And took it from there. Started from there, after college, started working at Stone Brewery, and then started working at a brewery in Temecula, and then kind of worked at a couple other breweries in San Diego, and just kind of like stepped up on the ladder,
Nice.
Working my way up a lot. So
Nice.
I've been brewing right now for 20 years.
20 years, wow. Yeah. Wow, everything tastes good. Well, my non-alcoholic tastes really good.
Yeah.
Jack, let's start with you, man. So it's the Dad Lab podcast, and, we're here to promote, dads and dads who are working really hard and then having the time to go home and be parents at the same time. Tell me a little bit, we call it your dadhood, like how many kids you got, how your scenario is, and then we'll get from Kyle as well after that.
I have 2 kids.
Okay.
A little boy, a little girl. I got a son that's 10. His name's also Jack, so I'm Jack the 4th, and he's Jack the 5th. It was easy to pick that name.
Yeah.
No arguments, no nothing. When we found out we were having our first kid, and the conversation I had right out of the gate was, if it's a boy, it's going to be Jack.
If it's a
girl, then you can decide.
Whatever you want to do.
So it worked. It was an easy decision. And yeah, little boy plays baseball, sports, that kind of stuff. And then the little girl, Kensley, I thought I had some input in on her name, but when it come down to the final decision, Rochelle, my wife, she got to make that final decision. Beautiful little girl, loves art, music, that kind of stuff. They couldn't be more different personality-wise.
Right.
He's definitely go kind of athletic, and she's, definitely a little bit more
girly girl?
I don't know about girly girl, but definitely more kind of like art versus sports.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Kind of traditional boy versus, very not soft, but very like left brain, so to speak. Left brain versus right brain. So yeah, two kids,
I know you say little, man, 10 years old, and
hey, bro, they're always going to be little to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's how it goes. Dude.
That's true.
Dude.
I still call my 26-year-old baby girl. I go, hey, baby girl, how's it going?
They're always going to be little to me. So.
Are you still involved with coaching as well, too?
Yeah. Okay. So coach my son's baseball team. My little girl's about to start Girl Scouts, so I got that coming too. Yeah, man, we always got something going on. You know how it is, dude. You just got to keep rolling, dude.
The dad wheel keeps moving, man. Yeah. How about you, Kyle? You got babies?
Yeah, I got a 3-year-old little girl.
3-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, just one?
Just one. Yeah, we have talked about a second. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, every free time I get, me and her are doing something. Either it's like me, the wife, and our daughter, or just me and her. Yeah, right when she was born, I started getting into like disc golf, so that's kind of our thing.
Yeah.
Especially on weekends,
So 3-year-old, you're in the chasing mode right now, right?
A little bit, yeah. But so that's why disc golfing, it's like she walks the whole course, gets her tired, gets the wife alone time away from her, watching her all the time.
Yeah.
So.
And you're at another one? You gotta think about it, bro.
I know, yeah. It would be awesome to have a little boy. Yeah, that would be cool.
No, that's cool. Any more for you, bro?
Nah, bro.
Done?
Nah.
Tapped out.
Nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't getting into that again, dude.
Kyle, let's throw this question your way, brother. How is your relationship with your dad? We always ask that to everyone. Like, kind of elaborate on that a little more.
Super close relationship. I was only boy.
Okay.
Two sisters. My dad, German immigrant, super outdoorsy kind of guy. So we'd always be going like hiking, camping. My sisters, more girly girls, they weren't really into that. So it was always like weekends, me and my dad, like camping, hiking, going up to the mountains.
Yeah.
They never wanted to go, so it was just me and my dad usually at least a couple weekends out of the month. So
Okay.
super close growing up.
Is that why you were into beer, German side?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I never saw my dad drink one beer ever.
Okay.
Yeah, he was actually into wine.
The wine.
Yeah, German descent. I do love beer. It is my passion, and they both my parents definitely supported me throughout the whole process.
No, that's cool. That's cool. How about you, man? With your daddy?
Good relationship with my dad, man.
Good.
We talk pretty regularly. Definitely can attribute a lot of my personality traits and the way that I raise my children to a lot of stuff that I learned from my dad. I find that the older I get, the more things I'm like, oh, that's my dad. Oh, that's my dad. When I do those things, especially with raising kids, my dad was a construction worker, blue collar guy, and a lot of the way that I approach things in life and a lot of the way I approach teaching my kids things really relates to what he taught me throughout the course of my life, sports specifically.
Yeah.
My son gets hit with a baseball and all the other coaches are running over to him to see if he's okay, and I just walk over and I'm like, dude, get up.
Yeah.
Get up.
Here's some dirt, kid. Now it feels better.
Every once in a while that backfires on me, and he's definitely gotten hurt a couple of times where I'm like, okay, cool, let's go to the hospital. But for the most part, it's tough it out. Let's do it. Let's get
It's not really broken.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Doctor said it was. I just said it was.
I mean, which I think I think it helps build character, and I think it helps build mental toughness for challenges that you're going to face in life, and you learn what you can and can't withstand, and you push yourself to the point to where hey, it's not that big of a deal. I can do this. I got this.
Yeah. You'll get there soon, bro.
Yeah.
You'll get there soon. This is kind of like an introduction for you.
So.
See, this is like an introduction for you, man. Yeah. I'm the same way. Sometimes we learn as dads, like, do we really coddle and put into a little basket, or do we let them? I always say this one thing: you let your kids, not figuratively speaking, climb high enough to break an arm, not high enough to break a neck. And
makes sense.
So it's just like you gotta go, you gotta fall, there's gonna be an ER trip. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just part of growing up, man.
You been to the ER yet, Kyle?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not because of her.
Made it to 3, not to the ER yet. Good for you, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
It always freaks me out.
No, we had one visit was to the ER when a little piece of the toy went up the kid's nose.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were like at the ER and we're like, okay, where's the propeller at? It's nowhere in there. And so it was like, he probably swallowed it, but that was one interesting little ER trip we had. It's fun, man. Yeah, you get used to it. You'll be ready. Bro, with you, Jack, let me kind of wanted to talk because I know you guys have been in the restaurant industry for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
How many restaurants have you guys opened up? And B, tell us like how you got started into this whole thing, man.
I've personally opened, if you include like corporate openings and working for other companies, in the 20s probably when it comes to opening restaurants. On my own as an owner, 5-ish now at this point. It's a lot.
That is a lot, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You
man.
just shrug your shoulders like, meh.
It's a lot, man. But I mean, you learn from trials and tribulations in life and going through things that, like, what's the worst that could happen, dude? You close it, blows up, burns down, all of that kind of stuff. If you get to go home to your family and if you get to go home to the things that are really important, like, how much is it going to stress you out, right?
Yeah.
What's a big deal?
It's like every dad, man. We shoot our shot. Sometimes we miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes we swish. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Do you feel the effect of how some things are so expensive nowadays with just, getting a carne asada burrito used to be like $8. Now it's like $17. Like, does that hit really hard, like with your businesses right now?
You know what? It's been part of the industry for as long as I've been in the industry.
Yeah.
And it's just about dealing with incremental costs and being able to offset those incremental costs. Like, minimum wage goes up, cost of commodities go up, everything goes up incrementally. Basically what that means is menu prices go up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it goes. Like, if we're going to raise the price of minimum wage, we're going to raise the price of gas, we're going to raise the price of anything that it takes for the product to be able to get to your door, and then for you to be able to turn that product into something else. Kyle knows, it's exactly the same thing when we're making beer, dude. Like, we get in raw product, we turn it into a product that we can sell. We try to use the least amount of labor as possible to be able to do that, keep our margins as tight as possible, whether it's labels or cans or artwork or any of the rest of that stuff. All that stuff's stealing away from how much you charge for it. In the craft beer world, especially being as small as we are, even though we're not real small, but being as small as we are, those pennies turn into dollars, so on and so forth, and that cuts right into your bottom line. So in answer to your question, always.
Right.
It's always been an issue. It's always going to be an issue. It's always going to be an issue going forward. Like, it's never going to change. And without getting into, like, national politics or local politics or anything like that, you're always going to face that challenge as a business person. Right?
Yes.
You don't get to clock out. You don't get to go home. As an owner or operator, you don't get to do any of those things. You're constantly thinking about how I can rework this system and at the same time take care of the people that are working for you.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a big headache, man. And to unwind from all that and go home and be parents can be kind of hard to adjust. So what are some of the things, man, that you like to do to readjust before you get home to be a parent, Kyle? Like with you, like, I don't know how many hours you're here. And how much
I
brewing
definitely
it makes.
don't go home like stressed.
Right.
I've learned that, especially having a kid. I just don't want her to see that.
Yeah.
She needs me get home, and I need to be excited to see her, which I am, honestly.
Right.
I am excited to get home and like see the kid, see the wife. So I try not bringing home like any like stress or work thing. I just don't do that.
You jam out, hit the gym or something before you go, get some stress
Honestly,
out?
like right when I get home, me and my daughter go right to the park.
And that's where
we go to the park. We have fun, we run around. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe bring a soccer ball or something.
Okay, so getting outside kind of
definitely get outside,
deflate a little bit from being at work.
Yeah.
How about you, man? With everything else, like your office, you got everything running the business. Like, how do you kind of like?
I mean, to be honest with you, unless it's an extremely, extremely, extremely high stress week or high stress month, I don't carry a lot of it with me, man.
No,
I don't, dude. The things that are important to me in my life are my family, my kids, and whether or not they're happy. Like, that's what's important to me. So I could really care less about, fame and fortune and all the rest of that stuff. My goal is to make sure that they have everything that they need to be successful. So I don't carry a lot of, a lot of stress like that with me. We're all humans.
Yeah,
so
totally.
From time to time, I'll feel it, and I'll have to readjust my delivery with my wife, with my kids, that kind of stuff. So that way I can be a better dad or husband, father, like that kind of stuff. I'll have to change and I can see myself doing it.
Yeah.
But really I've learned over the years not to sweat things that I can't control. And honestly, like, what's the worst that could happen, dude? I go back to being like my dad and being blue collar and working in the trenches. Like, he made a pretty good life for his family doing that. So like, I'll be good.
Man, trenches. What was he doing?
He was a scaffolder.
Oh, okay.
No actual trenches.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Opposite.
He was up in the air.
My dad did like construction work, so like concrete and everything, so like building walls.
He was in the trenches.
So I've been in the trenches with my dad too. So I'm like, oh, that's
Literal
no fun.
trenches.
Are no fun at all. So business kind of interferes a little bit with parenting, and it kind of sounds like it really doesn't though, because you get to go home and still be with your kid, go to the park, baseball. You're gonna do what is it? Girl Scouts coming up.
Yep.
So there's really there's always time for family then, right?
Yeah. I don't look at it as an interference.
Okay.
I look at it as the business is a responsibility I have, so that way I can afford to do the things that I really want to do, which is the baseball, which is the Girl Scouts, which is the family time, which is the real memories that I want to create. Like, would it be cool if I built an empire and became, whomever, fill in the blank? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But is that my goal? That's not my goal, man.
Yeah.
My goal is to make memories with my family, turn my kids into responsible, well-rounded human beings, and then go from there.
Kyle, what skills have this industry taught you, man, to maybe help you being a better parent? Any skills dealing with customers
patience,
or
for sure, yeah. Like with beer comes patience, and I think with parenting comes patience.
Okay.
I can definitely see that. For
Okay.
Sure.
And you got a daughter, man, so 3 years old ain't
She's
nothing.
awesome though. Yeah.
But wait till they become teenagers.
I'm a real softie when it comes to her.
Ooh.
She can almost get whatever she wants.
What do they call it? Girl dad?
Oh man, it's tough sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah. Like last night, right before bed, Dad, I want ice cream. Like, oh no.
No, you can't. It's not allowed. It's not allowed.
It's like just her look,
Do you use any of your skills here from at work, Jack, to go home and maybe you kind of go, oh man, that's kind of how I treat my employees sometimes.
All the time, bro.
Yeah,
all the time. I was a corporate restaurant manager for 20 years, right? And I had upwards of 200-300 team members, employees, working for me. And there's all these different personalities that you have to kind of work to manage, and then to be able to get as much as you possibly can out of that individual. And there are so many techniques that I use with my kids that I've learned from actually interacting with, hundreds and hundreds of different team members.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be good when they become a teenager, dude. Like, how many teenagers that I've had as hosts, hosts and food runners and all
waitresses and everything.
I'm good, dude. I'm all right, bro. I've seen that.
That's funny. Yeah, that's totally true, man. You really have, because kids start getting hosting jobs 16, 17 years old.
16, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't even start with that stuff.
I mean, my kids are gonna be in trouble. Dad, I'm gonna go over here. Like, no, you're not.
No.
Don't lie to me. I know exactly what you're doing. Knock it off.
Now, have you ever used any of the parenting skills here at work to deal with oh man, that's just like my kid. I know how to handle this situation with employees.
I don't know about that. Nah. I don't know about that. It's definitely the other way around.
Now,
because if I use my parenting skills, I'm like, Kyle.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, have whatever you want.
Yeah. Ice cream? Sure. Why not? It's 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You're good. You're okay. You're all right. Now, I know you've been in this restaurant industry stuff kind of going for a long time. Do you ever think about getting your kids involved in it? Do your kids show interest? Like your oldest, Jack, does he show
Oh yeah, my kids are great, man. My kids love being at dad's work. It doesn't matter if it's a restaurant, doesn't matter if it's a brewery. Kyle see my kids
they
all
open
the time.
up this.
Yeah.
They open it up.
Yeah.
They walk around here
No, they were
legit.
legit, take the chairs down, wipe down the table.
Oh, so they're helping.
Oh yeah.
No help.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. And they don't need help.
Nah, they don't. They understand. They'll come in and do it.
Yeah.
And then Kyle and Miguel and Trevor and then everybody else that we work with here, my kids will roll right in and be like, yo, what's up? Chop it up, have a conversation. They definitely don't feel entitled,
Right.
at all. They know their place for the most part, but they're super friendly. My
Good
daughter's
social skills.
Yeah, for sure. My daughter's been climbing up on a bar stool and sitting next to people at the bar top having conversations with them for literally since she was 3 years old.
Oh man, is that more like you or more like wifey, like Rochelle?
I think it's a good combination.
Good mix.
They've been around restaurants and been in those, like Kyle said, social skills. they've been in those environments for so long that adult conversations don't scare them. Having conversations with adults don't scare them. They're not shy at all, and they'll just be like, "Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, how's it going?" Which I feel like is great for their development. Yeah, I mean, it's been
If
good.
he said, "Hey, Dad, I want to open up a restaurant," now would you be like, you want to really think about it, maybe give him some pros and cons, or would you be like, handle that, go do it?
I would definitely say, are you sure that that's your career choice that you want to go with?
Right.
You know, there may be some things that are a little bit less involved for you to get into, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, because as dads, like I always feel like I want to leave my kids better than I was, right?
100%.
And so you go, ooh, like, you know, I used to be in nursing, and if one of my kids go, hey, you know, I want to nurse too, and then I'll be like, you know, that's a lot of hours. You know, you're so good at this music. Why don't we try that? Or, you know, you're so good at drawing. Why don't you try that? But they see us, and it's just kind of like they want to replicate, especially the boys, you know. So, excuse me. So I dig that. I really like that. Like, hey, do you really want to do that? All right, give it a shot. You fail, you fail. I got your back. I'll be your support. I'll throw the cushion down. Not so much because you want them to learn as well too. You don't want to coddle them or put a bottle back in their mouth, you know, when they fail. So, if your daughter goes up and goes, hey, I want to make beer, would you be the happiest dad in the world?
Yeah, I mean, if that's definitely what she was interested in, like, I'd want to support her.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I love it. Okay, with so much pressure in the restaurant, well, we talked about this. See, I'm going fast, man. I'm just talking and hanging out. All right, let's see. You said you got some Oktoberfest stuff coming up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let Kyle
Kyle, tell us a little
Kyle
bit.
knows about beer. I don't know about any.
Tell us a little bit about Oktoberfest coming up here at South O Brewery.
Yeah, so we got some Oktoberfest style beers that we're dropping, German style beers.
Okay.
We have our Fest beer, which is more of the modern style Oktoberfest beer since like the 70s. It means modern.
Okay.
So no more like that Marzen malty. It's like a lighter beer. Think of like more like a Budweiser profile beer. And then we have our Kolsch that we just canned up, and we usually keep that beer around year long. Kolsch is more like a German style blonde, easy drinking, all day kind of beer. And then we just dropped Dunkelbock.
What?
Dunkelbock.
Dunkelbock? Okay.
Yeah, we just dropped that.
And that German for what?
Dunkel means dark in German. Okay. Bock kind of translates to goat. There really is no like word. It's like a slang kind of word. But it's a Bock. A Bock is a style of beer that's brewed in Munich using at least 70% Munich malt.
Okay.
They're a little strict when it comes to that. There's not all these like rules anymore, but everyone in Germany, they're doing the same old stuff because they've been doing it, you know, for 600 years. We brew that with a German brewery, distillery / malting company.
Okay.
They're pretty popular malting brewery company in Bamberg, Germany. Just dropped that this last week. It's drinking great. Real malty, bready kind of style of beer. Yeah. Dunkelbock is, that's what Modelo Negra is modeled after.
Oh, okay. I love Modelo Negra.
That's a Dunkelbock, technically.
Now I get it. I understand.
It is a dark Mexican lager now. Like, that's how we know it, but when they started doing that, all the beers in Mexico were modeled after German beers. Mm-hmm. So that's why you see so many similarities between Mexico and Germany as far as the beer side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any special food going on for Oktoberfest?
Yeah, man. We just dropped a traditional kind of Bavarian style pretzel. Actually, I don't know if it's traditional. I feel like it's more like San Diego,
but when
California.
you say traditional,
it's a pretzel, so it's traditional.
It's our tradition
for Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a better version of a ballpark pretzel. So
definitely.
We love pretzels.
Little Christmas on the outside and some soft dough on the inside. We're serving it with sauerkraut and brown mustard specifically for the month of October. As we get into fall, we'll roll some other stuff. But yeah,
beer cheese?
Not yet.
Oh, beer cheese is my favorite.
Beer cheese is delicious, but it's just how much time do you want to spend on it to do it the right way?
And then for only that one guy,
And,
me,
well,
to come in and want beer
You're
cheese.
definitely not the only guy, dude.
Yeah.
I love that stuff too, but I could go to the store and get nacho cheese, and people would be like, "Wow, this is delicious."
What'd you
And I'm
do?
like, but that's not beer cheese.
Yeah.
That's not how we do it. So it's whether or not we want to do it the right way. But yeah, we dropped a bunch of sandwiches. We put a little cold kitchen here in the brewery to make it a destination space with the change in the brewery kind of industry and the market kind of the way that it is right now, and the economy is going, God knows which direction. You got to have multiple avenues to be able to drive revenue into your space. So we put a kitchen in here a few months back, and it's been doing well. We're still working on the menu. We've had some things that have really taken off. Our sandwiches are great. We just added wings to the menu. Trevor, my business partner, is Australian, so we have Aussie meat pies that we get from a local place in Vista.
Aussie meat pies.
Yeah, it's very delicious. It's
so
kind of like a pot pie.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Marie Callender's pot pie, the little ones you get in the frozen section.
Those are bomb.
But far better.
Ooh.
Far better. So we have a mince, which is a ground beef. We have a lamb and rosemary. We have the chicken and mushroom. We have a steak and cheese. We also have a vegan one.
Dang.
And then we have a sausage roll, which are dangerous, man. It's like a really, really high-end sausage with cheese stuffed in it, wrapped in a croissant. Yeah, they're good, dude. They're good. So we're going.
I'm gonna drop a little video right now of some of the stuff that you can see here out of South O.
Yeah.
Quick little peek. So we'll drop the video now. Take a look.
Yeah.
Now, we have some beautiful beers out here. The displays, I wanted to talk a little bit about these. Who does all the artwork?
We have an artist. Well, some of them come from different places.
Okay.
Really, like all of the ideas for all of this stuff for all Kyle's idea. Like we do a lot of bands. Stuff like that's a band of old. What's a punk band?
A punk band.
Bad Brains is right here.
Oh, Bad Brains.
So
okay.
It's really all Kyle, dude. Kyle's a encyclopedia of like different music and different styles of music. I mean, his parents were art teachers, so he got exposed to all kinds of stuff like that. So he's an encyclopedia on that. He puts all of this stuff together, puts the inspiration for the label together, puts the style appeal together, puts the collabs together, puts all that stuff together, sends it to me in an email, and then 3 days later he's like, "Did you read that?" And I was like, "No."
Nope. But I'm sure it's good. Go for it.
No, like he spends countless hours putting this stuff together.
Yeah.
He's like, "Did you read that?" I'm like, "No."
No.
I'm going to though. I'm going to. Yeah. And then we send it out to. We have an artist in Brazil.
Yeah.
So he does one-off labels for the most of our stuff, and then we got some local guys that do some stuff. We got some friends, and it's really just kind of a collaborative effort between everybody. But really, it's Kyle that is the one that is the brains behind really all
the drinking.
Yeah, 100%. I'll let him.
Yeah, we like to work, collaborate, make it like a multifaceted like collaboration between like our company, Salto. We all kind of work on everything together. Then we try to work with different artists. These beers out in front of us right now are all one artist that we work with in Brazil. That he's a pretty popular artist in Brazil. That he's also in like the punk music world.
Yeah.
Really cool. Like if you listen to him, it sounds like you're listening to like SoCal skate punk.
Oh,
but
wow.
In Portuguese.
Wow.
And you almost can understand it because you're like, is that Spanish?
Yeah.
It's not Spanish.
Right.
But it's pretty cool. We work with, like Tyler. He's running art program for like Callaway Golf, Oceanside artists. I mean, we do a lot of different artists. It's really hard to keep like an in-house artist.
Right.
But right now we work with this Brazilian guy with these labels that kind of he's a very fast-paced artist. So we're constantly doing new beers, new styles, different artwork, and his vibe really fits that kind of like Oceanside kind of like.
It looks like somebody from Oceanside drew
doesn't it?
Yeah, it totally
really
does.
So we fell in love with his artwork, and we'll send him over like inspiration, like, hey, like we're thinking about this, and then if we're doing like, because these three beers are all collabs with other breweries. So it's like we're working with the other brewery. Like, what do you guys think as far as like a beer name? And we're getting inspiration from their artwork and their brewer and their artists, and then we're taking that inspiration and making it our own and working with our artists. So there's always like a multi-level thing going on with every single beer.
No, that's
it is fun because at the end of the day, it's a piece of art inside a piece of art. That's how every can is.
I was, and I'm nowhere close to what you're doing here, but I was a part of a dad group, a bunch of friends who we did like a brew club. And we would go to people's houses and we'd, bring the little fire thing there, the kettle, and we'd be cooking and everything like that. And, you could tell, man, I mean, just everything is just, it's so fun to do, you know what I mean? So I'm sure with this great backdrop, man, that you have a blast. Now, Jack, tell me about this non-alcoholic beer, because you said this is a special drink that you made especially for a group.
Yeah, man. Another one of Kyle's creations. We like to sit when we do have or stand, really. We don't really sit. We like to stand and kind of bounce ideas, off of each other. And he had this great idea to level up what hop water is. Hop water started out as a non-alcoholic kind of offering carbonated drink that tasted like hops but didn't have any alcohol in it. It's not really, non-alcoholic beer. It doesn't take as long to be able to produce, so on and so forth, right? So Kyle decided to level it up a little bit, and I'll let him give you the background on it.
Did you pick the color?
The fruit picked the color.
Okay, cool.
So what we do is basically, I don't know if you've had other hop waters on the market.
One.
Yeah, the biggest issue that I've had with those, it's like has this lingering bitterness that, like, if you're trying to pair this with like a food product or something, your palate is so destroyed and you cannot taste anything.
Right.
So one, we wanted to fix that. Like, hey, we want to do new school brewing techniques with our water. Like, how do we get the most fruit profile out of our water and not destroy people's palates? So let's fix that. Let's do really fun hops, new hop products, and new hop techniques. Let's fix that. And then also on top of that, like electrolyte water, that's so big with all these other products on the market. Like, okay, cool. Like, let's also attack that. But then when I started looking into these electrolyte products, they're just full of these like chemicals I can't even pronounce.
Yeah.
So, and then digging more into electrolytes, like, cool, what natural products have the most amount of electrolytes in there? Sea salt, coconut water. So most of our hop waters are all electrolyte driven with a fruit base in there. So we do like a coconut water sea salt base, and then we get a hop and pair it with a natural fruit. So this one that you're drinking right now is like watermelon with El Dorado hop hash.
Okay.
And then we put in coconut water and sea salt.
It's delicious, man. And then you do this you said you got a run group that comes through?
Yeah, so we got a run club that comes through and does, they do a run that starts and ends at South Brewing on Wednesdays at 5:30 and then Saturdays at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we were looking for some way to kind of further integrate the athlete or the person on the go or somebody that wants to come in and enjoy their experience but at the same time doesn't necessarily want to consume any kind of alcohol. You got to go back for a work meeting, something like that, right? So how are we going to do that? And Michelob Ultra, that's one of those things, and we do a little version of that here as well. But when looking at it from a business person's or a marketing person's perspective, like, how do we cast as wide a net as possible? How are we going to do that? Kyle and I are talking about it. He's like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And I was like, perfect, because this can kind of go with this. So how are we trying to appeal to as many people as possible? We added wine, to our menu as well, right? Because I want Janice that drinks Chablis in a box.
I mean, Janice, bro. Janice wants it.
To have an option when she comes in.
Because Dad wants a brewskis.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, when they come in. So it's got to be a place that everybody feels welcome. Everybody wants to go there. You can have good conversation, and it's not such a niche kind of thing that you limit yourself to everybody that's coming through the door.
Right. Now, we did an episode about kids in breweries. And there has been a news article, I believe it was at Vista, where there's some locals who go to a brewery and they're tired of seeing kids in the brewery because they're like, we want to separate it, right? We want to go out and have beer, but we don't want to be around our kids yet. We want to wait till we go home to be with our kids, right? So they were fighting it back a little bit and going to the news about it. And a lot of the breweries were fighting it, saying, no, like, we need to have the family aspect into our business, right?
Yeah.
So they get toys, they have places, kid menus like that. You said you have kid menu here, right? Or,
I got all kinds of stuff.
So, you know, you guys are cool. Like you guys are kid friendly. I see seating for kids. I saw some kids when I walked in here too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, you know, dad wants to have a beer and I want to bring mom along too. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is you got to think about your demographic. I'll give you two different schools of thought that I have. One, first and foremost, when you're a business person, you think about your demographic. When you think about the demographic of Oceanside, it's the last kind of a beach city that's still affordable.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and that's not going to be for very much longer. So you have a lot of young families that are moving to Oceanside because it's still next to the ocean, it's still affordable, blah, 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 blah. So we got a lot of strollers. We got a lot of strollers, dude. And if I can't have kids in the brewery, that's going to chop off part of my...
Yeah, dude. It's like $100 tab.
If I was at the other side of Oceanside and my brewery was next to Emerald Isle, the golf course and the old folks community, like maybe I would think about not having kids in that space.
Right.
So some of it's got to fit with your demographic. And on the other side, I'm a dad, and Janice that drinks her box wine that doesn't want kids in the brewery, they're in my brewery.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll drink somewhere else.
Every time someone tells me that, like, hey, like, you know, you guys should do this brewery. They don't allow kids, and I'm just like, how's that brewery doing?
I would never go either.
And the beer world it's been around for so long in San Diego. The kids in the brewery is definitely like a Southern California thing versus other areas.
Yeah.
I know other states, it's also the same thing because they have big open areas, so they allow kids. But when you go to places like Portland, kids are not allowed in breweries.
Yeah, that's lame.
So, but when you do go to Portland, it is a different scene.
Yeah.
Like the beer scene is different versus SoCal. Like we look at beer as more like this casual kind of thing, and but it's been around us, you know, since the early '90s, big in San Diego.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a family thing at this now, and I think that's more how, especially Southern California and San Diego, how we want to portray beer. This is more a family. We're not just like in a dive bar drinking beer.
Right.
You know, we're hanging out, socializing, enjoying one another's company, enjoying this product.
And that was my answer, man. I'm like, hey, you know, if you don't want kids around wherever you're going, like, go to a freaking bar.
Yeah.
Go to a bar where they don't allow kids and handle your stuff, man. Handle your stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think part of it's the culture that you build with the people that are working for you and the people and the people that you hire. Like, I'll be the first person to walk around, like, if a kid's getting loud or fussy or crying or, you know, something like that, you know, little boy that's, you know, wanting to get down, mom doesn't want to put him down because it's an uncomfortable situation with the brewery, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'll grab the Jenga blocks, you know, over from the thing, and I'll just put it right in front of him.
Yep.
I'm like, here you go, homie. Like, make a mess, dude.
Yeah.
Like, do your thing. And parents decompress a little bit. They understand that it's an environment that they can kind of relax a little bit. And being a dad myself and being a parent myself, it's easy for me to kind of corral and do that kind of stuff. So I think a lot of it is the culture that you fold into your place of business as well.
I love that.
And trying to keep it as local as possible, and then having some cool stuff on the menu that really translates through background of Trevor, my background, what Kyle brings to the table as far as beer is concerned. You know, trying to be as cool and as cutting edge as possible.
I think that's cool, man. I walked in. The seating's cool. Everything's super inviting. I love that it has the garage doors, so where you can let some of that outside air come in, because that's always nice especially when it comes down towards the evening. Something we do here on Dad Labs podcast is we call rapid fire questions. So I'm going to shoot off some questions, and you give me a rapid fire answer, whatever it is. It's all go. Open. Here we go. Let's get into some rapid fire questions. All right. 1, what's the one restaurant dish your kid begs you to make at home?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, huh? Okay. Is there something special you do with them?
No, I mean, like lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
Like good French butter.
Yeah. French butter.
French butter,
All
heavy
right.
cream.
All right, and heavy
Yeah.
cream.
Yeah.
A little Gordon Ramsay over here, bro. How about you?
My kids are bougie, bro. My kids will ribeye all
Ribeye?
day, like all day
Whoa.
long, bro. They've grown up in restaurants. They don't understand the kids menu versus the adult menu.
They're all chicken tendies. I don't want chicken
dude.
tendies.
My son will put down an 18. At 10 years old, bro, will put down an 18-ounce ribeye by himself.
Gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like when I had my kid. Were like, man, we would go to sushi, and he's like, no, I'm good. I'll just get teriyaki chicken and rice, right? And then one day he tried a roll, and then he was just like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Dude, our bill at sushi now is so expensive, bro. I was like, I wish you never had taste. All right, number 2. Quickest way to switch from restaurant boss to dad mode after a long day.
I don't know. Music on the drive home. at
Music,
least.
music, good.
Yeah.
What kind of music?
Usually like 90s hip hop.
90s
black
hip
metal.
hop. Damn, I like that. How about you?
Sports talk radio, though.
With
It's
sports
all
talk?
sports talk radio on the way home. Just roll the windows down. I grew up with cars that didn't have automatic windows. I know most of the people watching this podcast don't really understand that.
The one click go up, one click go
There was
down.
none of that. There was none of that, dude.
Yeah.
I was like this.
Dude, my dad had an old Chevy, and we had to use vice grips to roll his window
Oh
down.
yeah, for sure. I had a car like that,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
No.
When the little rolly thing broke off,
Uh-huh.
dude, you had to do it that way.
And you
So
push it down.
my relax is San Diego, arm out the window, sun, a little bit of the breeze, driving, and then sports talk radio.
Sports talk radio.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Do you do fantasy football?
I do.
How's your team doing right now?
Solid, bro. I'm always good, dude.
Oh, relax,
Always
bro.
good, bro.
You're gonna invite me next year, and I'll show
Every
you what
year we
good
just
looks like.
we'll see, dude. We just started a league in South Hill this year. Funny enough, my son's got his own team.
Is he in first place?
Nah,
No?
Kyle's in first place.
Kyle's in first?
First or second.
First
yeah.
or second?
Kyle's 4
Maybe
and
after
1.
this week. Yeah.
Kyle's 4-1. I'm 3-2. Little Jack's 2-3.
I'm 4-1 and 3-2 in both of my other leagues. So
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good in
Yeah,
three
nice.
leagues. Nice. Number 3. Ever have an employee give you the same eye roll as your kids do?
100%.
100%?
I've had 100 employees give me the eye roll. Most of them thought that they couldn't, that I couldn't see them. But yeah.
Yeah, do they feel like, did you catch them?
Yeah. The difference between an employee giving me an eye roll and my kids giving me an eye roll is an employee is scared
Yeah.
when they get caught.
Yeah.
My kids are not scared
Yeah.
when they get caught. They give me the eye roll right to my face. Dude.
And then they'll keep doing it.
Look at me and give me the eye roll.
And none from your 3-year-old yet, right?
I started getting a little eye roll.
Whoa.
Yeah. I've had an old assistant give me eye roll.
Yeah?
Now he owns a brewery.
Yeah.
One city away. So.
Oh, man, dude. Okay, I don't know if you guys got one. What's your go-to dad joke?
Ooh. I got a bunch of them, dude. I got the old school ones that my dad used to do to me. Dad, I'm thirsty, and be like, I'm Friday.
Yeah.
Come see me on Saturday, and I'll give you a Sunday.
Yeah, that's a good
There's
one.
Definitely that
That's
one.
a good
there.
one. I have one. Why do you always see 3 girls at a mall? Always in sets of 3s.
No, don't know.
Because they can't even.
That's a good one.
You got one?
I don't have one locked in. I always forget them. I just heard one like last week. I'm like, that's the ultimate dad joke, and I forget.
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
Yeah. So Kyle, before we wrap up here, brother, I know you have a 3-year-old, and for what you know now, and we did do an episode of POV, Welcome to Fatherhood. Any advice that you can give to any dads out there that are like kind of in your situation, 3 years old, little baby girl, working a
coming
ton?
into it. Yeah, I would. I mean, definitely, I would suggest like be patient. You know, let them come into their own, and it's going to be a long travel.
Yeah. And don't let them talk to boys.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh, dude, be ready. Know what
Yeah.
you're going to do.
Yeah.
Have a son now, just so you can grow him up, beef him up, put him on some steroids, so you can beat the other
Pretty
boys
good.
up.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How about you, man? Little advice to the dads out there.
Take your time, man. Take your time. All this stuff goes real fast, dude. All these little things that you think are, possibly insignificant. You're gonna remember the last time you got to do that. So, speaking about it from a stress level and from a work balance level and from a life balance level, like there's gonna be the last time that your kid crawls in your lap. There's going to be the last time that your kid asks you for advice. There's going to be the last time that they scrape their knee and you get to pick them up. So my advice would be, don't ever let your life get in the way of what's really important. Don't let the little shit get in the way of what's really important.
Yep, that's true. And, you know, I know we get tired and all, and I had one guy that was on the podcast, a firefighter, he said, one of my things that I really enjoy is, and I make sure as a father, is when I get home and when it's time to lay my head down, I should be the most exhausted dad in the world. And if I'm not exhausted, that means I didn't do my job for my kids, because they should tire me the hell out. And I was like, you know what? That's facts. And I've been really watching myself lately, like, let's stay busy. And then the kids are in bed and I'm like, man, that was a day. So I'm with you on that, guys, man. Like, keep pushing and staying with your kids and make sure they're on the right track. Well, if you guys are ever in Oceanside, California, come stop by South O Brewery, have a delicious beer or a non-alky, and stay for a while, have some food. Come check out Oktoberfest right here. Kyle's making delicious beer. This guy's pushing out a great product and environment. Come support, man. Local stuff right here. All right, we'll check you guys next time on the Dad Labs podcast, baby. We're out.